Okay, fam, welcome back. So today we're going to be going over the Grayscale Trust's max profit Fibonacci retracement targets. So with that being said, let's get it. Okay, so I am going to include GBTC in this one as well. We're not going to cover this in kind of the regular videos, but we'll do it in the macro ones because, again, I think Bitcoin does have quite a bit of upside left. Again, kind of that, let's say probably somewhere between 180 to 220,000 at least before topping out would be my guess. So there's another thing I wanted to bring up here. Okay, there is literally, God, I don't even know how many, just too many, way too many scam comments in the comment section. Guys, these scumbags, these scum artists, they do not give an F about you. They want to take your money. They want to steal your money. Please do not try to contact these people on Telegram or anything like that. They just want to take your money. They don't care about you, okay? I can remove their comments from the comment section, but I can't do anything about YouTube not censoring that kind of information. And again, I know that would go with anti-freedom of speech, but in this case, people are getting scammed out of their money by these people. So please don't be that guy and fall for that crap. Okay, we're never going to try to actively trade your money or ask you for investment money and offer you a return or try to contact you on Telegram or anything like that. Okay, the only places that we have active accounts are here and on X. Okay, that's it. And you guys, it should be pretty obvious if we're actually the ones contacting you, because again, we usually just simply put reply to comments, or we'll post something on X, and occasionally maybe we'll reply to your comments if we have time. Okay, but don't fall for that kind of garbage that these people are trying to get money out of you. All right, so anyways, let's get into the first one here. So we'll start with GBTC. This is already broken to new all-time highs, as you guys can see here, which is kind of to be expected with Bitcoin. That's always the case, right? Every 4 years. I mean, man, come on. You literally cannot make this stuff up. Look at this. What did I tell you guys about the fib retracement tool? I mean, guys, you literally can't even make this up. So it's sitting right at the 1.618. Again, that just pretty much reiterates that this tool works, okay? So yeah, you got your levels at 105, 130, and 150. Would I buy GBTC? Well, I don't know. I mean, is there any point in buying GBTC? I'm not saying it's a bad product to own, but why not just have the, I suppose GBTC, now that it is actually an ETF, it probably has exposure to spot Bitcoin too, but I don't know. A lot of people seem to prefer BlackRock. Me personally, if I was going to do options on this, I'd probably just go with whichever one had the largest premiums and the highest level of volume. The premiums on this one pretty good, but the volume's not really huge. I'd be more so maybe looking at something like IBIT. And again, it's not that I necessarily favor BlackRock. I don't really care one way or another. It's all about making money, right? That's part of the reason why we have Soxel, because Soxel has been around for a very long time and it has like absolutely stupid levels of volume. So yeah, see, this one has way more open interest, so I'd be kind of a little bit more interested in IBIT. Again, when you're in covered calls of cash secured puts, or especially if you're doing call debit spreads or put debit spreads or credit spreads, which we don't do, but if you do that, in those cases, you especially want to have a lot of volume, because the last thing you want is to not have the volume and not be able to get out of your trade, right? If for whatever reason you need to get out, the volume needs to be there. Okay, so let's go over the next one. Personally, I wouldn't buy GBTC. I'd probably just go with IBIT instead. The options are a little bit better. But, everybody's got their opinions. So if you like GBTC, no judgment from me, bro. You do you. All right, so we're going to start with the local here on LTCN. Almost called it GTCN. Okay, so the little micro fib levels here, 85, 130, 177, and 205. So roughly about a 10x at the max level here. Do I think that's possible? Absolutely. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't happen this cycle. I think that's actually even kind of lowballing the potential for LTCN. Now, in the big picture, you got 820, 1,330, 1825-ish and 2130. So you're potentially looking at even at these levels with LTCN moving up off the bear market lows, still potentially as much as 100x. Do I think that's going to happen? Well, there's no guarantees of anything, but I will say with all of the bullish catalysts we're getting, I mean, the Fed cutting rates, Trump's going to be in office, he's buying crypto, he wants, all the Bitcoin to be mined here, national Bitcoin stockpile. The SEC, the new SEC chair that we're going to get is very pro crypto. So yeah, I mean, sky is the limit as far as I'm concerned with all this bullish rhetoric we got going on. Okay, so BCHG, we'll say about 38, 57.50, roughly about 78 and 88. It's a nice clean 10, 11x on that. That's if it just goes to 88. Again, 88 would still be a new all-time high for this. Usually, one thing I do know about crypto, usually when these things go to new all-time highs, they really start going to new all-time highs. I mean, they don't go up like a little tiny tick, like a stock, and then just kind of trudge upwards. No, they we're talking like rockets, okay? Rocket emojis, like straight up. Okay, so this thing can get absolutely stupid. I can show you guys some charts of cryptocurrencies that have done this. So we'll take a look at that afterwards. So you got 97, 161, roughly about 220 and 260. So maybe about a 30, 35x, somewhere in there. Not too shabby. Depends on how patient you are. If you're, willing to sit on cash on the sidelines to get the best entries if you miss the bear market, and kind of what your average is and all that jazz. Okay, so HSEN. Okay, so the first level here, 1.618, 1550. Next level, 23, roughly about 2350, 3230, and 37. So what's 37? That's roughly about a 6x. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely possible. I don't see any reason why that couldn't happen. The underlying token could still do a 12x before even hitting price discovery. So 6x, I think that's pretty realistic. Okay, 50, 80, 108, and 125. So nice clean 20x. Yeah, I'd definitely say that could definitely happen easy. Okay, ETCG. So first levels we got here, 29, 43, 56, and 65. So you'd be looking at roughly about a 4x on this. I'd say that's definitely realistic. I mean, a 4x on Ethereum at the current price is about 16,000. So we think Ethereum is going to probably, the actual token is probably going to top out somewhere between 10 to 15,000. So it's pretty much right in line with expectations. Okay, 155, 245, 340, and 400. Nice clean, roughly about 25x on this one. And again, there is premiums on these. My guess is that's going to cause the price to go a little bit more parabolic than the actual Ethereum token, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay, ETHE. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this peak right here lines up almost perfectly with the 2.618. I mean, I literally cannot make this stuff up. This peak here is the 1.618. Guys, you literally can't make this up. I mean, it's crazy, right? Okay, so 46.50, 65, 80, I'd say about 80 on that 192. So roughly about a 3x, not bad. I don't know any trader in the world that's going to complain about, getting a 300% return on their gain or on their money in the stock market. Most people are very happy with like a 10, 20, 30% gain. Okay, so 110, 177, 240, and 275 respectively. So maybe about an 8x. Yeah, I'd definitely say that could happen. I don't see any reason why not, especially with the premiums. Okay, next one here, GBAT. Keep in mind, in my opinion, all these right down here from GBAT down could probably have, in my opinion, they're probably going to have the most explosive moves during this bull market because they are the lowest cap in the native space. Okay, these ones, the rest of these, well, HSEN's also in that category, but LTCN, BCHG, GBTC, And the ETH ones, the natives for those have a massive market caps, maybe with the exception of ETCG, but the rest of these are relatively small, so the upside could be much higher for them. Okay, so 50, 80, 108, and we'll just call that one 130. So what is 138 going to 130? I think roughly about 15, 16 times, somewhere in there. All right, Phil G, File G, FILG, whatever you want to call this, Daddy G. All right, let's see what kind of moonshot we got here. So 630, roughly about 1,015, 1,370, and 1,560. Yeah, that could definitely happen. So 1560, roughly about a 20x on this one. We're expecting realistically probably like a 15 to a 20x on Filecoin. So I don't see any reason why that couldn't happen. It could even overshoot those prices, honestly. If it did, it wouldn't shock me at all. Again, this is crypto. I mean, things get absolutely retarded in the space when the moonshots start taking place. Which, you know, the alt season is underway, but it's probably not really going to start rocketing until next month. Maybe before Trump gets in office, maybe after he gets in office, probably going to start kicking off a little bit more towards the end of this month. We'll just have to wait and see if I'm right about that. 125, 200, 270, and 315 on GLIV. So not quite a 20x, maybe about a 15x on this one. G-Link, this one, and again, I'm measuring this basically from the swing high to the swing low. So if you did not get in at the swing low, then this would not be your return. You would have to adjust your cost basis accordingly to these measurements here. Okay, so 340, 540, 735, and 850 respectively. So maybe about a 6x, or sorry, not a 6x. What the hell am I saying here? Shoot. Okay, I messed that one up. I was looking at this big fat green candle here. Whoopsies. Okay, let's do this one more time. 850 swing low down here is, I think, in the 30s, so maybe about a 20, 25x. Okay, GSOL, this, I really don't like this stock split thing. I don't know why they even bothered to do this. Kind of stupid in my opinion, but maybe there's something I don't know about. Regardless, we're going to do this anyways. So 180, 270, 375, and 440. I mean, the Fibonacci's adjust for the stock split because, again, the price used to be up here, now it's down here, so it doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. The Fibonacci's are still very much relevant in this situation. Okay, so 440. Say about a 15-ish X. Yeah, that could definitely happen. I mean, if Solana goes from whatever it is at the current price to say maybe $1,000, $1,500 a token, which I'm not even sure where it is at this point. Do we even have it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so 220. Yeah, it could happen. I mean, Solana, I don't know what Solana low is, but I'm sure it's up probably like a 10x at this point from the previous lows that we had before. So you throw some premiums on top of that, yeah, that thing could really get some juice. Okay, so 105, 160, 215, 253 for GXLM. And the big daddy here, the macro level, 150, 245, 350, and 400 respectively. So about an 8x. That's not bad. I could say that could definitely happen even after XLM's kind of explosion. All right, Mana, next one here. This thing's already hit all-time highs since the bear market, so you guys know how we do this. 110, 175, 240, and 277. What is that, like a 14x, something like that? All right, last one here is Zcash. Okay, so you guys can see this kind of local level here lines up with the 1.618. I mean, I literally cannot make this up. Even if I tried to make it up, I couldn't make it up. Okay, so 15, 22, 2870, and 33-ish respectively. So maybe about a 5x on this one. And the Big Daddy, Big Daddy-O, the Big D, whatever you want to call it. Okay, 66, 100, 140, and 160 respectively. 20x, yeah, that could definitely happen. I mean, with Trump in office, are people going to have to be worried about privacy tokens? Probably not. I don't think they really give a crap. I mean, Trump's in crypto, for God's sakes. It'd be kind of hypocritical for the president of the United States to be like, oh, we'll buy all this crypto, but no, you guys can't have those privacy tokens. No, that doesn't make any sense. Guys, I'm pretty confident conservatives don't operate like that, okay? All right, so let's take a look at some of these native tokens so you can see what I mean by like rocket ship explosions. Okay, this is a good example right here. Look at this. So Doge popped off from 5 cents to 20 cents, then it kind of pulled back, and then you just see this absolutely stupid move. Obviously, Elon being in the Trump administration is very bullish for Doge, right? You got the Doge, whatever it's called in the government now. So, yeah, this thing just did a clean 6x straight off of pretty much that news. Back in the day, in the previous cycle, Dogecoin was like a tenth of a penny, and then it absolutely did just stupid returns. It went from that to about a penny, and then it went from a penny all the way up to 75 cents. So you're talking like a 10x and then a 75x on top of that. This is what I mean right here, this big, giant, huge rip to the upside, the Burj Khalifa, okay, the rocket ships. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nobody ever believes this until it actually happens. Nobody believes it. And then when it happens, it's like everybody and the brother wants a piece of it. Okay, seeing is believing in this case. I literally don't need to say more about this. Okay, AIOZ is a good example of this too. Okay, you can see during the, not quite the bear market lows, but kind of, well, yeah, I guess pretty much the bear market lows. For a while, it was sitting at basically, what is this, a penny, half a penny? And then it launched all the way up to $1. Okay, we don't have AIOZ anymore, but I do still think that it could easily do like $3-4 by the peak. That could definitely happen. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't happen. But the point I want to make here is this thing went from less than a penny to $1. Okay, that is a 100x move in, if you calculate it from roughly about the time of the breakout to the first peak, about 5 months. Okay, 100x in 5 months. Nobody ever believes it until it actually happens. It's the reason why we keep showing you guys these accumulation zones, kind of like this little thing right here. Because again, you're like, oh yeah, it's dead, it's boring, it's doing nothing. Yeah, this is complete garbage. Why would I ever buy this crap, right? And then all of a sudden it does like a 4x out of this accumulation zone, and you're like, oh crap, man, I wish I would have bought it. Oh my god, dude, if I had bought this, I would have made so much money. Guys, everybody in retail thinks like that, okay? There's a reason why we look at these charts in a particular way, which is polar opposite to what retail does, okay? Now, whether you guys choose to think like this or not, or you want to chase the rally, hey, that's up to you, man. You do you. You want to chase the rally, you might make money, you might not make money. We've made money chasing the rally before, but we have a lot more experience now in crypto than we used to as well, so we know what to look for this time around, okay? But yeah, nobody believes it back here. They all think it's garbage, it's dead, and then it does something like this, and they're like, oh god, now I want a piece of it. When it's expensive, I literally can't make this stuff up. So those of you guys that have been in crypto a long time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.